Rooted and rising family, welcome in, welcome in. Let's take a deep breath. And yes, you might hear Marco's energy over there. He always, breathes in his own way with us, all right? Let's ring the sound bowl. Let's ring the sound bowl. Excellent, right? At least for me it is. All right, okay, all right. And you may hear the TV back there because my son thinks that me and all of the neighbors all want to hear what he's watching very clearly, okay? And I have had many discussions with children, right? Children. All right, so let's see what Spirit has for us today in this collective reading. I'm going to use the Intuitive Cavs decks because they're interesting. And I figure I was going to use the Tarot, and I was like, well, you might as well use the other decks, the other Oracle decks, the extra deck is what it's called, Intuitive Cavs extra deck in the Kipperish. We'll use that. And then this other cute little deck, we'll see if we'll get to it. I like it. I forgot what it was called, but they're so cute, but their cards are so interesting. So, look, let's see what we get. All top cards are very interesting for all decks. I don't know if we'll use all decks. These decks are pretty substantial. Which one is this one? That's the one I grabbed. I don't know if I should use this one or the other one. Ooh. Pooh. I picked up the extra deck, and every card like I was kind of picking up is like, ooh. Okay. Let's start with the Let's start with the extra deck. Let's see what Spirit has for us today. All right. Ooh, see, every card is just not the best. Bottom card is Virgo. Oh, and they wanted them to come out like sliding. Slide my finger out. Okay, anyway, Virgo was the bottom card. I was just going to point out that Virgo season is officially here for, if you can't tell, I'm a Virgo. All right, so yesterday, August 22nd, and started Virgo season, September 23rd. That's on the bottom deck. I was gonna, just point it out and shuffle. Seems like it wants to come out. Yeah, apparently it does. So I guess we're gonna put it down. And I'm not gonna listen to all of the notifications on this phone go off. So I'm gonna put it on silent. All right, if you don't know, Virgo is an earth sign. All right, usually modest, shy, meticulous, reliable, practical, diligent, intelligent, and analytical. That's supposed to be the good side. A lower vibrational Virgo, or just on a bad day, it can be fussy. I think that's an understatement. A worrier, yes, overcritical and harsh, but usually with themselves more so than other people. All right. Attention to detail. All right. They will know that you have one fraction of a piece of eyebrow hair that is different than the rest, doggone it. And they are going to perfect that little piece and perfect you. So if you compare it with a Virgo, the goal is perfection of you. I'm just playing, but I'm not. All right, I'm just saying they may come off a bit fussy, but usually they're trying to better you, but it comes off as being fussy. Okay, I'm just saying. The ones who are, because everybody, if you are a good-hearted person, their attributes tend to be still towards making things better. All right, but it may come off as being very either critical or just extra picky. All right. I don't know why I got into that. But anyway, bottom card was Virgo. It wanted to come out. Virgo season may just be very important for some. It's important for me because, I'm a Virgo, it's my season. So, but for some of you, it could just represent earth energy in your life. Earth energy is stable energy, grounding. So maybe grounding is either important for you. You may need to ground. All right. You may need to, ground, get yourself stable, get yourself together. Just kind of a balancing of everything. All right. So earth element, again, is grounding. Maybe that's important for you. You may have an earth energy coming into your life. All right. Maybe your divine pairing is an earth sign. All right. But all in all, earth signs, very stable energies, a very pentacle energy. All right. The goal of most earth signs, whether even low or high vibrational, whether they're operating in them higher or lower self, most earth signs prefer stability. All right. Now, whether or not they're getting their stability by, being low vibrational, as in trying to suck it out of somebody else, their goal is still stability, though. Okay, we're going to keep things on the high road, right? Stability is the name of the game. Routine, all right? Discipline, all right? Honing skills, putting the work in, doing things the right way. It's that kind of energy, but it's pentacle energy, slow growth, building energy. So that may represent that for you all, aside from those who are actually like me, Virgos, all right? So maybe that's coming into your life, whatever reason, spirit wanted it out there, it's out there, okay? Don't know. So we're starting off with Virgo. I didn't know this mouse was in the way. Virgo energy. The Virgin. That's her symbol. Highly feminine energy. Oh, Lord. All right, you have binding, finances, love, spiritual, energetic. So there's a tying up of something. All right. And I don't know, it may have something to do with this Virgo energy. Again, that may be representing you, somebody coming into your life, or just overall pentacle energy. Pentacles have to do usually with finances and things that grow slowly over time, like investing, time, energy, stable energy, there for the long run, growth, and whatever in areas of love, finances, jobs, whatever it is about long-term growth. So maybe that has something to do with it. All right. Maybe once again, you are a Virgo and spirit is pointing out, hey, your finances have been tied, your finances, love, spiritual tyings, energetic tying. So it may apply in all aspects for you, or maybe it's just in love. Maybe it's just money. Whatever it is, there's some sort of binding there. There's some sort of tying together. There's something that is stopping something. It's been tied, which means it's been held. All right. Held up. All right. That doesn't sound very good, but we'll keep going. It doesn't mean that it ends there. It may be what's going on right now. All right, maybe that's been a thing. Oh, what tried to come out? I think this one tried to pop out. Victim, sorrow, grief, sadness. All right. So there's some Virgo energy here, earth energy. And then there's some type of binding of the finances, love, spiritual, energetic. Maybe all as it applies to you, you can put it where it applies. And then next comes victim, sorrow, grief, and sadness. Someone feels like the victim here, or they are. It's either tied to this Virgo energy over here, or it could be. All right. We don't always get to hear rainbows and sprinkles because we are, divine beings. Sometimes we don't always have to hear the good. And so far, we're not hearing the good. This almost looks like, though, some type of warning because of everything that's coming out with it. All right, we have spell work, black magic, curse, hex. So maybe the buying and the tying of love, finances, even spiritual or energetic energy has to do with spell work, black magic, curse, hex. All right. Also, what came out with it was caution, warning, danger. So spirit may be warning the collective of something. The rooted and rising family may be getting a clear warning about what is going on here, or about if you all have an issue with love, finances, your spiritual, even spirituality, or just the spiritual. It doesn't matter, or whatever you follow. You know, Christians still believe in a spiritual realm, whether they say it or not. You can't call on Holy Ghost power and say you're not spiritual, because Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, what do you think the Holy Ghost is, or Holy Spirit is? But anyway, energetically binding or tied. So maybe it has to do with either spell work, black magic, curse, or hex, like this card, and it's telling you what is going on there, or just warning you about somebody's intentions. It is a warning, caution, danger. All right. And I even did a video on this when I was showing you, you know, how I cast my spells according to some people. You know what I mean? What that really is. And looks like it is not literally, well, some people literally do that. Yes. You know, literally do what people stereotypically call a spell. All right. But spell work, as I pointed out in that video when I was showing you how I use the Bible to cast my spells, right? My spells. Anyway, when I mentioned who the real spell casters were, you don't have to be lighting incense and candles in the way some people use it in doing all kind of pentagrams and stuff on the floor and getting in covens and circles to be casting spell work. Okay, just, you know, even the Bible points out life and death is in the power of the tongue. Just you speaking negatively over something or someone, and especially with your intention, your every intention is to hurt, harm, detour. You have no healthy intentions toward that person. That is spell work. Okay, that is a curse. The color purple. When Celie was tired of Mr. and his abuse, and she was leaving with Suge, and she said, "Until you do right by me," she pointed, and her everything meant that everything you think about will crumble. And he began to, they were both word cursing each other, and he said, "Oh, you're nothing. Who would want you? You're black, you're ugly. All you would be able to do is sweep. What you gonna find a job sweeping out the caboose? They won't probably even let you do that, right?" And so she said, "Until you do right by me," was her response. Everything, she even went further, you think about is going to fail. All right, those are curses. Now, she was getting her rightful justice and retribution, all right, for over 30 plus years of severe abuse. All right, but he had held a curse over her with his negative intentions towards her and actions, right? Those were all word curses. He had her under a spell. She was not able to come from up underneath it until she realized her own power to do so. All right. But it was nothing but control, lies, fear, manipulations. Those are all spell work, black magic. Anybody who is manipulating you to get something out of you, okay, those are spell casters. That is black magic. That is spell work. They don't need a candle. They don't need to, get in a circle. They don't need to, go under the moon and do all kind of tomfoolery, right? They can simply have ill intentions towards you and carry it out, or ill intention towards you and think it. So what does the Bible also say? Is a man thinks so he is, or whatever it is. Okay, you want to know exactly what it is? Go look it up. You don't have to be a Christian to look up the Bible. Okay, you take wisdom where wisdom comes. All right, so you don't need to do extra to be a spell caster, as I pointed out in that video. If you are lying, manipulating, doing everything to control somebody and keep somebody else down and have ill intention, and you are deceptive, you are casting spells. That is black magic. That is a spell. Okay, so you may have that going on in your life where spirits like caution, warning, you've got that kind of energy in your life. Whatever it is, there's some sort of sadness or sorrow that's going on All right, this is victim, sorrow, grief, sadness. So we'll see and clarify whether that is the rooted and rising, or that may be the one casting the spells. We don't know. All right. That's what I think. Okay. Really quick. This is the Kipperish deck. Let's clarify the binding, finances, love, spiritual, energetic. What is that about? Because that may not be towards the rooted and rising. Look at that. Opening it up. Abundance. So that's not the end. And it may not even be for you. So binding, finances, love, spiritual, energetic. What is that about? Who is that towards? Rooted and rising. A different energy. What's going on with that? Let's see. Priest energy. Maybe you got somebody working in your favor. Maybe you got spiritual teams or guides, leads working with you, protecting you. But it's very priest energy. All right. Again. There's something. Oh, and it says faith. That came out with it. Oh, a lot of it came out. Oh, wait. Look, we're not going to take all of those. We'll get one more and clarify that. The binding, the finances, love, spiritual, energetic, only because so many cards came up with that. And then you have priest. All right. Let's see what this may be about. Okay. Priestess came out with priest, and priestess energy. All right, in tarot, you know, the high priestess in the who would be maybe even the Hierophant, but the magician as well. But anyway, high priestess is very intuitive, you know, psychic energy, inner knowing. Things are on the inside, on the internal. Things are known or being held without being spoken, but there's knowledge there. All right, the priestess came out with the priest. That's a pairing. All right, and there's something about binding, finances, love, spiritual, energetic. So this is being tied off. All right, and I'll do one more to clarify this binding, especially since we have the priest and the priestess out together. Yeah, I think. Oh, yep. Protection. I'll take all these. I didn't want all of these out. I think this is a story. Spirit is telling you kind of what's going on in the situation or giving a warning, because binding, finances, love, spiritual, spiritual, energetic, clarified by the priest and the priestess out here together. Because I'm taking this almost as your spiritual team. All right, there's some sort of abandonment, something being left behind. All right, I believe that it's leaving, since the next card was victim, sorrow, grief, sadness, is leaving somebody out in the cold. And it's tying their finances. It's tying their everything up. It's binding their everything, even spiritually binding them. Hence, priest and high priest. All right, something is being left, or someone. There is a beautiful gift coming. I opened up the deck to clarify. The card that came out was abundance, which is quite different than binding of finances, love, spiritual, energetic. That almost sounds like somebody's under judgment. All right. And protection. All right. We had the priest and the priest coming out together. Protection. I believe that's your spiritual team, just protecting you. All right. It's something you were protected from. All right. As a result, all right, something is left behind. Someone is left behind because clearly someone is in sorrow. They feel like the victim. They're in grief. But you got a beautiful gift coming of some sort. All right. What they did, your spiritual team, it looks like, that caused some sort of abandonment. And this beautiful gift that they like, your spiritual team sent you, gave you your way, it bound somebody else. It tied their finances. It tied them spiritually. It tied them in love. It tied their energy. And it has caused grief and sorrow. They feel like the victim. All right. And it looks like that's the result of this. It's like all of the things that they did is like a backfire. All right. Very charismatic churches, Christian churches. And I'm only speaking on that because I grew up Christian. All right. That's why I keep saying it for those who don't know that. All right. Very charismatic churches. All of this spells and hexing and lies. Return to sender, and then they will return it to sender. Your spiritual team said, "Oh, this is what we doing? All right, I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead and get it out your system. I want you to get it. Say it real good. All right. Go ahead and curse the divine with your mouth and heart and mind really well. Let me watch it so I can tally things up. Because I'm going to show you how much I'm going to get you. All right? I'm going to tie your love life. I'm going to tie you spiritually. I'm going to tie your finances. We're going to be like Silly and Mister, where everything you think about is going to fail because that's what you intended for the divine. But let me show you something. The divine is going to receive a gift. They're going to leave the tomfoolery behind. They are protected from your lies, your deceit, your manipulations. They are going to learn a lesson and walk away from it, changed for the good, elevated. And in turn, all of what you wanted for them, I'm going to give it to you. All right, that's what that seems like. All right. They need all those cards for that, but that's what we got. I want to clarify this Virgo energy. This Virgo energy really well. Really well. Oh, Virgo energy. Earth angel. I mean, but how can we not be a gift to God's green earth? Let me stop. Oh, you fool. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want that card out. It's the bottom card of that deck. It says Jezebel. Do we got a hater? Anyway, so somebody been running their mouth and been contending, either running their mouth, heart, mind. They've been running something and contending with an earth angel and didn't know that that's who they was messing with. And then your spiritual team said, what the hell? I'm going to let you keep on talking because I'm going to whoop ass and take names in a minute. All right, I'm going to tie you spiritually. I'm going to tie you in every way I can tie you. I'm going to make this hurt so bad. All right. Again, you're going to wish you to never, ever. And in the end, hopefully you'll learn something, but that's your problem if you don't, because you was contending with an earth angel. All right. You put your mouth on an earth angel, your heart and your mind on an earth angel. That's who you were messing with. And then you didn't know that. And if you did, you didn't care. All right. But retribution, because she's going to walk away. He's going to walk away. Divine feminine, divine masculine is going to walk away. All right. And they're about to receive a beautiful gift. All right. So Virgo energy is representing an earth angel. All right. Just take the energy if you're not an actual Virgo. Again, that's the earth element, stable element, and the attributes of Virgo. You know, modest, shy, meticulous, reliable, practical, diligent, intelligent, analytical, quiet. All right. Or that would have some relevance to you. All right. This tried to come out too. I wanted to put it back. It's on the bottom now. Jezebel. Oh, that's what it is. I was going to get another card. Oh, the bottom of the tarot is the world. All right. You got an earth angel and a Jezebel. You got a Jezebel that tried to contend with the earth angel. And then they had a fuck around and find out moment. And if they haven't had it, that's what's coming. We'll clarify this Jezebel real quick and move on, because we don't give that energy the time of day. Rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind. All right, we'll get extra one to clarify abandonment. Somebody's leaving the Jezebel spirit. Jezebel doesn't always have to be a woman, all right? So don't think, okay, she's talking about a woman, all right? Jezebel, to church, the Jezebel spirit. Everything, because charismatic, to me, churches is just another way for it saying dramatic. Like that old R&B from last reading, you know, it was real dramatic, you know, charismatic. Jezebel spirit. Does not have to be a woman, all right? Just a very wicked and manipulative, selfish, narcissistic individual. By any means necessary, they will destroy you in every way, suck you dry, drain you of every resource you have, emotionally, mentally, all right, physically, your health, your everything. They are not satisfied, drain you dry, and then when they have no more use for you, you are just that, useless to them and discarded. All right, Jezebel. Oh God, look, I'm about to preach. Jezebel, just like she tried to contend with the prophet. She done lost the battle. Oh Lord. Oh, what's his name? I don't know why I think this is funny. Oh goodness. But anyway, so you know when the prophets had to battle the magicians and things. Well, I guess you may not know that. You'll have to look that story up, okay? Of why is it at the tip of my tongue? It's either in 1 Kings or 2 Kings. You can look that story up. When the prophets, some of them were hiding in caves, because I think Jezebel at the time was having them all killed. And one of them in particular, what's his name? He had a protege. He started out with one protege, and then he had another one. One of them ended up, taking some things, and he ended up destroying himself in a sense, got the punishment of that, and then he got another one. And they both have names that are the same but pronounced differently, but they confuse people. Elijah. All right, but anyway, Elijah, just like Elijah had to contend, and show the magicians who's real boss, right? It was the real boss. Contend against Jezebel. Some Jezebelic spirit then went up against an earth angel, and they're either about to have a fuck around and find out moment, or they didn't already had it, or it is here. And the binding of the finances, the love, the spiritual, energetic for them, is leaving them in as a feeling like a victim, because these energies don't apologize really for what they've done. They can mock an apology, but it's not a real apology. It will kind of sound like one, but if you really go back and think, they never really did apologize. All right. So they're never sorry because they're never wrong. In their hearts and minds, they never believe that even if they blatantly hurt you, it is your fault. Or it's the sky's fault. It's anybody's fault, anybody else's fault but theirs. So it's not like they are remorseful. They're the victim at all times. They could literally be caught standing over your body, having, jabbed you, and will still say, it wasn't me. There's no accountability, and there never will be. So if you're dealing with an energy like that, don't ever look for real accountability. You're going to be satisfied in just, knowing that you elevated yourself enough and freed yourself enough from that energy, and that'll be great, and go recuperate somewhere, because these are energies. All right. Don't ever feel like failures or kick yourself for ever dealing with tomfoolery like this. Okay. That in itself to me is very spiritual. They know what they're doing. Master manipulators. Okay. Some people come out the womb like that. All right. Master manipulators and mind game players. All right. So if you, got your mind, I'm about to say, I'm trying to back down on swearing. So if you, If you got your mind played with, that's a better word, really well by this energy, don't go around beating yourself up. That's what they do. All right. And so abandonment is what this energy gets. They continue with the earth angel. Your spiritual team said, hell no. Protection. And I'll give you a gift. All right. Because that's all that's coming for you is gifts. All that's coming for you is great things. All right. They're going to get what's coming to them for all of the spell work they put into making you the actual victim. Making you actually the victim. All right. So caution, warning, danger. Did I ever clarify that? No, just on the bottom. Rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind. And then look what's after this. It's mind games, manipulation, trickery, confusion. Yeah, that's what they gave you. Just ain't stopping. Spiritual gift. Oh, that's next. If I just kept pulling from the bottom, spiritual gift. All right. Some of you might be getting some spiritual gifts, maybe unlocking for you. Either way it goes, abundance is there. All right. Because I opened up the deck and it was like abundance. Ooh. All right. So it looks like clarifying this Jezebel here is rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind. Mind games, manipulation, trickery, confusion. That's literally what a Jezebel is. Or more charismatic church is a Jezebelic spirit. Literally, that's what it is. All right. That's what she did to Ahab, who she was married to, King Ahab. Remember, Ahab was the Israelite king who should have known better, but he allowed the lies and tricks and manipulations of Jezebel to control everything he did. So Jezebel was really the one running shit. And King Ahab just had the title of king. And if he couldn't get his way, he would cry to Jezebel, and Jezebel would go, oh, baby, what you crying for? Don't you know who I am? Let me go work it out. All right. And very horrendous things she would do to get what she wanted. Ahab was no saint in any way. So he was only able to be tricked by Jezebel to meet Ahab, because Ahab was just as down and dirty. All right. Ahab wasn't doing the best as king anyway. So it's not like he gets a prize for being king. And it was all Jezebel. She tricked him. No, if you read about Ahab, Ahab was already doing some dirty shit. So anyway, Jezebel continued with the earth spirit and had to fuck around and find out moment. Because your spiritual team said, oh no, honey, you playing with the wrong one. I'm going to show you just like Elijah had to show you on the mountain. And right in that competition, who's really running shit. You're not about to touch the earth angel. That's who you were messing with. All right. This Virgo is earth angel energy, and you're not about to touch them. All right. Virgo was tied to earth angel. The first one that came out was priest, and then priestess came out. Protection, gift. So this earth angel is also a gift to someone. All right. She's a gift. All right. However that applies. Receiving a gift, but the earth angel is definitely a gift. All right. Jezebelic spirit is being abandoned. The one that likes to play mind games, trickery, confusion. That's Jezebel. Rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind. Not happy about it. Abandonment, pissed off because the spell work they were casting against the earth angel did not work. Backfired, and now they're in grief, sorrow. They're the victim. They're always the one wrong. All right, let's find out what the caution, warning, danger is about. If it was, now which one is this one? I guess we originally were using this one. Why do we have caution, warning, danger? What do we do? What is that? What are we being warned about? Rooted and rising, and maybe that's warning your enemies. All right. Bible says, see, I will make your enemies your footstool. All right. So the caution, warning, danger is being clarified by lover. All right. See, look, this earth angel energy is a gift. All right. To the lover. All right. There's dirt digging, invasive, nosy that came out with it. So the warning, caution, warning, danger is that this lover has got somebody, or we already know, likely the one that's been set on the side over here, abandoned, this Jezebel, still surveillancing you. And again, it doesn't mean that this is a woman. All right. All right. Okay. Some of y'all may have some baby mamas watching you bad that you done moved on in the Jezebelic energy here. Some of you might have some baby daddies still watching and surveillance in your every move in a Jezebelic spirit, possessive, controlling, narcissistic. All right, so that can be a man or woman. All right, I'm raising my hand. All right, me, yes. Okay. So man or woman, don't just think Jezebel and think only woman. All right, that's just a warning for those where that applies. You don't think, okay, I'm out. Look, spirit ain't talking to me. All right, because you know what I mean? Male is my preference, and I don't have any past energy like that watching me, or this male is my preference, so Jezebel can't apply to me. I'm telling you, past male energy, still watching, still keeping tabs. All right, that's the warning. And not for anything good. Dirt digging, invasive, nosy. What can we see to use against them? They haven't learned from this spiritual ass whooping. And most of these energies don't. What they don't want is for you, see, they got their stuff tied up. They ain't learned nothing. But they still want to know what's going on with you because you're the center of their life. They need your energy some way, fashion, or form. And most important, they just want to know, have you moved on? Looks like you have. There's a lover out here. Earth angel is a gift to somebody. Somebody in this stable energy is a gift. And this surveillance energy over here wants to know what's going on. Who is it? Who, what, when, where, why? How can I use this against the divine? How can I still fuck around and find out and not learn my lesson and go live my life? All right, but how can I use something against them? How can I come in between them? How can I destroy something? Because this is all that energy does. All right, that energy, this energy, Jezebel energy does not take abandonment well. They don't move on with their lives. All right, they don't move on easily. They don't move on quickly. So this caution, warning, danger is letting you know. All right. Been there, done that. My preference is male. This energy does not move on silently. All right. All right. So I wanted to clarify the lover here. And what that meant for the rooted and rising is what I wanted to do. And the video cut off, so I'm just looking at the bottom of that deck. That was interesting. All right, but what did come out was the Ace of Pentacles. Should I keep this? All right, Ace of Pentacles was clarifying the lover, or not the lover. I'm getting, because you know, tarot has the lovers, so I'm used to saying the lovers, but lover. And I was saying how, you know, the Earth Angel was a beautiful gift to the lover, right? You're a gift to each other. All right. And again, earlier when I opened up the deck, abundance was there. That's why I had to question, or what led me to initially question the binding of the finances, love, spiritual, energetic. All right. But anyway, so Ace of Pentacles is, when it comes to the lovers, that is so beautiful. All right. This is a new and stable opportunity. You know, our aces speak of opportunities, right? This is a very grounded stable offer. Again, stable, stable, stable. Pentacle energy is what you're getting, this real earth energy. All right, Virgo energy is earth energy. All right. So it's a new stable opportunity in love. And I'm saying in love because of all the other cards here. For those where you don't want a love connection, it's not love, maybe a platonic connection, all right, or a different type of connection. It's still a very good card, okay? But this is a substantial offer. It's not a casual type of commitment, all right? Pentacle energy, earth energy, consistent, security. Think that long-term build. It's a chance to build a future together, and that's what this lover is offering. It's offering the Ace of Pentacles to the rooted and rising. Or they want to make the connection something real. They want to bring it to life, to flourishing, or all of the above. All right, for those where this would just be career, money, that kind of thing. All right. That's like new job opportunities, financial opportunities, things like that, raises, things that have to do with that, raises, investments, business ventures, you know, the beginning of material stability with this card. Okay. For again, relationships, it goes from the energetic or spiritual realm into the physical. All right, their earth energy, pentacle energy, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, are both earth signs. Again, a concrete, lasting opportunity is the Ace of Pentacles. So that's what the lover is coming to offer. All right, a new tangible opportunity for abundance, stability, prosperity, you know, something with real potential to grow into something lasting. All right. The lover is not coming with, you know, tomfoolery. All right. And since this is what the lover is offering, again, you all don't have the binding of this. This is the freeing. If there's any binding, this frees it. All right. Freedom comes when you let these energies go anyway. If anything, that's what has you bound. So they had this Jezebel spirit, had rooted and rising bound at one point. And now they're the ones that's bound. All right. That is so beautiful for the rooted and rising. Technology, electronics, internet, computers. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. Oh, okay. I guess so. Yeah. All right. This dirt digging that came out with this card here. Oh, I don't know what camera came in with, but anyway, dirt digging here. Dirt digging, invasive, nosy. Bottom of the deck was technology, incoming call, electronics, internet, computers. That's how they're watching you or keeping track of you. For some of you, especially if you're still dealing with this or you didn't friend zone them when you need to block them. That's repeated calling, texting. Where are you? What are you doing? What is your location? Are you here at this time or are you here now? Okay, now that you left, I didn't GPS that you left that location. What's taking you so long to get over to here? I'm watching your Instagram, watching your Facebook, watching your Snapchat, watching your X, watching your YouTube, watching anything you got for me to watch. I'm watching. Because I'm going to dig up some dirt. I'm going to find out something. I'm going to find out who you're messing with. Who you offering this Ace of Pentacles to. All right? All right, who's this gift? Who's this earth angel? I gotta figure it out. What's going on? Are you over there? Has it already happened? Did you already offer this? Ultimately, snapped, unhinged. That's where they're sitting. Snapped, unhinged, instability, crazy. But you probably already knew this. All right. Not judging. Been there, done that. Okay, been there, done that. And the ones who are more quiet with it, those are the most crazy. All right. The ones that come across, oh, I'm not watching, I'm not doing nothing, I don't care. That's usually what they are. The quiet ones. Sneaky. Yes, been there, done that, know it. Like I said, one of the videos ago, father, my child never hit me, but mostly because he never got the chance to. Did he come close a few times? Yes. Too smart for that one. At least at that time. But does he carry this? Would he have done it? Yeah. Does he carry this energy? Yeah. Did I have enough sense not to provoke that energy? Yeah. If I got crazy, it wasn't going to be in person. And not with that one. Okay. Just because he didn't do it to me didn't mean he didn't do it to other people. All right. I knew better, so that wasn't going to happen. All right, but this is what y'all dealing with. So this warning, this is all one big warning. All right. Even though your spiritual team is giving them one big old ass whooping, again, this is not an energy that lets go easily. This is not an energy that takes accountability. This energy will still hold on. This energy, all right, will hold on at all costs. Any communication, anything you do, they will take as an opportunity that you still have not let them go. This energy will only think about how to get back into your energy. And this energy will only figure out, or will only want to deal with getting back in your energy, or how to stop somebody else from getting in your energy. All right. Okay. All right. A little too close for home. That's where my mind went. Anyway, we'll move on from that. All right. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to be too much longer, so let's do a couple cards from Tarot, and maybe we'll use, pretty much for this reason. Spirit's like, no, you go back over to this deck. He's going to come up from this deck. And then we'll, go on to closing. When I know this is so random, y'all, but I'm looking at how my nails look on here. So, when you try to when you're taking off your nails, for those who do know, you're taking a girl, everybody knows this. No. When you're taking off your nails, hold on. I don't know how that got back in there. Anyway, when you, because I want to pay attention to what I'm doing. Hold on. When you're taking off your nails, it's like the pinky ones are just so hard to take off. I guess I could just soak it, but I feel like, no, I'm going to get this off. When you want a new set, I generally always do end up getting a new set. And I know sometimes you can get a bill, but I just don't have the nail bed. But that type that can tolerate that. Just have to get a new one. So some of y'all are going, not some of y'all, most of y'all, well, some of y'all, again, some of this is unfolding, hasn't happened in your energies and whatever yet. Is transition. So things have died. Something has ended. When endings, like the death card in the tarot deck, when endings happen, it ends, it's complete, it's over for something else to begin. All right. Again, you've got an earth angel. Just because this is a woman in here doesn't mean, again, you put your genders however they go. You have an earth angel in Virgo energy. That is a gift. All right. High priestess, again, with the tarot. Priest and priestess energy is like, this is still in protection. Not just protecting this earth angel here. This lover that's coming with this Ace of Pentacles, that's a gift to the earth angel. The earth angel is a gift to them, coming with something actually real. All of it is being divinely protected against this energy. Again, usually you mirror one another in circumstances, divine pairings. All right. So both of you may have some past energies that are not quite satisfied with being in the past. Okay. Or they don't think that they are. Or they have a reason to hold on. Like if you have children with them. All right. Or if you've done put a ring on it or something like that, and something that then made it real. Or if you're dealing with these energies and there it's not a romantic energy, it's family, because you've got some family members that are just off their rocker again. Not every family member, just because their mother, father, sister, brother are happy for you and want to see you grow and achieve, are there for you. Okay. All right. A lot of them will sabotage you worse than strangers. Okay. So it may not even be that for you. All right. Whatever it is, you're transitioning away from these energies. Spirit is giving the warnings that they are unhinged. They are still stalking you by any means necessary. Wanting to dig up dirt means whatever they can use as leverage to either make you look bad, slander your name. Don't be surprised if that's what they begin to do, especially if they find out they really can't get back in your energy. The best thing they can do is slander your name, and make it so everybody else feels this way about you. All right, but you don't care. You've left the situation. All right, they are still in this attitude of victimhood, but sorrow and grief. Your spiritual team will continue to deal with them and binding their everything. All right. But they ultimately are left behind. And the transition now is away from these energies, but stay away from them. All right. By any means, don't be afraid to use that block on your phone. Do not be afraid to go and get things put in place legally. So if they do come near you and, actually do some things that are unhinged in a violent way, you have got things in place where they can be handled by the authorities a lot easier. I would not wait until they decide to become that way, because a lot of these energies do. I would just do it and have it in place. Yeah. Just saying. Yeah. Don't be afraid to do that. Some of you may need to do that because of custody issues, where you've got to go and get it taken care of that way. Some of you may have to do that if you're in some sort of legal contract, maybe businesses tied together, marriage, or whatever else. But apparently it is coming out because it got knocked out of my hands. Karma's a bitch, though. What goes around comes around. They getting it. Hold on. One card fell down. Let me see if I can get it because I got a skirt on today. Hold on, y'all. I don't think I can. I was trying to put legal down, but apparently it wanted to come out. I don't know what card this is. Let's see if I can get this card without showing my sides, showing my showing my other stuff. I mean, I may show you a little bit, but I ain't gonna show you everything. I'm just saying. Pathway. That's a beautiful card. All right, for you, for Rooted and Rising, Earth Angels. Yeah, beautiful pathway. This lover is giving you this Ace of Pentacles offering. It's a beautiful gift. All right, take legal action where legal action is needed against these harmful energies that's receiving their karma, because a lot of them are. All right. Don't be like, I wasn't trying to say that. I would say, don't be like me. I really was not trying to say that. I said, God damn it, here I go again. So don't be like me. Find out the hard way. Giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. And have something like that showing up on your doorstep, banging on your door. Okay. All right. Don't put it past them. If you already know their personality, don't put it past them at all. All right, especially for those who knows they are dealing with someone who will do more than put their hands on you. Okay. Anyway, we didn't use the tarot, and I like these cards, so we'll do a couple from this deck, and I think that's what I was trying to do, and I got distracted or something. Karmic connection. Yo, all 3 of these came out. Oh. So, hold on a second, sorry. I don't want this to time out. All right, we'll take all 3 of these. Okay, karmic connection. The Sun. 10 of Pentacles. And the bottom card is really interesting to me because it was the 3 of Pentacles. All right, set that down. I really want some chocolate. I just thought I'd share that with you all. That's what's really on my mind. All right. I'm really, really craving chocolate. Just really want it. All right. Karmic connection. All right. That's what this Jezebel spirit action was. Look how they kind of are sitting back to back. Sometimes they're twin flame. Remember I said those were lessons. They hardly come together, or they come together hard, but not every twin flame is a very good energetic pair. A lot of times you do get tied to your twin flame. All right. And it is supposed to make you both rise up. Sometimes only one chooses to ascend and the other does not. Very hard lessons. All right. And they turn out to be a karmic twin flame. All right. And after you learn your lesson, all right, it's like spirit is like here. Your spiritual team is like, I got a gift for you. You know, because you are an earth angel regardless. If your karmic connection or your twin flame was karmic, I still got something for you with this lover. Because you overcame that, right? And you were protected. You made a choice. Believe it or not, I did. I called out like, Lord, I am tired of this shit. All right. We protected you. All right. From this karmic connection, we opened up your eyes. As in, we showed you clearly with the Sun card what this was. The Sun is about clarity. All right. Excuse me. Sun is about clarity. All right. Things being out in the open. Yeah, things being clear. You know what to do. There's no mind trap, right? There's no hesitation. You are like 100% clear about what this is. All right. Things are fully visible and out in the open because this came first. So you said, okay, I know what this is. I'm no longer fooled by the manipulations and the games of the Jezebel. Which is the lies, manipulations, trickery, is spell work. I'm free from it. All right. Again, mind games is what they gave you. All right. The Sun says, I'm clear about what this is. All right. 10 of Pentacles is next. Do I have it in my hand? Yeah. I'm going to go that way. It's hard sometimes. Okay. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles is next. All right. This is long-term stability. Again, family, legacy, wealth, permanent security, something established to, you know, stand the test of time is what it's supposed to be. All right. The lover has come with this Ace of Pentacles offer. And that's what the lover wants to give this earth angel. All right. So things were made clear and it moved on from this karmic energy. And they offered this Ace of Pentacles to the earth angel, and they're a gift to one another, and it was divinely orchestrated. They had to overcome this karmic connection, and I say they, both masculine and feminine, or however you do your pairings, you both had to overcome something. You know, an unhinged personality, All right, in order to come together with the Three of Pentacles and collaborate with one another and build and grow with one another. All right, and then, you know, have that trickle out into your environment. All right, collaborate with others, but first with each other. All right, the light was shown about this energy. You said, hell no. You wouldn't have gave the Ace of Pentacles to somebody else because you were clear on what that was. All right, and now you are in building and collaborating with that individual into something really real and tangible. All right, for the long term. All right, for the long term. All right, you're headed into wonderful things. Wonderful things. And just, you know, just be cautious of it, that energy, okay? All right? Been there, done that with having those energies banging on doors. You don't want to wait until that happens, all right? And then you're trapped and got to play cool and placate until you can think of something else, right? In my case, move. All right, this little deck is cute. Wisdom. Assess the knowledge and experience within you. Wisdom comes from reflection and learning from past experiences. Well, what else do we need to close with, rooted and rising? If that isn't wisdom, learn from this experience. Anyway, Lord, let me see. I know, Tima. I said, but the time of the month must be coming. I'm about to be, oh, Jesus. I'm so emotional. Anyway, learn from the past. The past can be pretty painful. All right, I'm a very laugh to keep from crying energy, so my laugh is not always, oh, she's so jubilant. Not always. But anyway, we deal with things however we deal with them, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. And what was I saying? Wisdom. This is still a warning. It's a very clear warning that you still have somebody unhinged that wants to monitor you to get back into your energy, and they are still not, no matter what they say and how slippery and how sugary and how good the cookie and the wand was, it is still all lies and manipulation. Stay away from it. Put things in place to protect yourself. Sooner than later, you know, don't wait till something actually happens to do it. Act in wisdom. Use this, you know, as knowledge and, you know, gained on how to deal with personalities like this, how to spot it a mile away, how to show other people who you know, maybe going through the same thing, how to, you know, build a platform. Use it, all right? Use it internally, use it in your own life, and then use it for others, all right? Rooted and rising, divine masculine, divine feminine, empresses, emperors. You educate, you teach, you lead, all right? Pages and knights. It doesn't mean in some areas you aren't page or you're a novice, but you still are who you are, all right? So you have a responsibility for others, all right? That is a real thing. All right, so use it. Act in wisdom. Stay away from these energies. Put what you need to have in place. You cannot friend zone these energies. There is no friend. Every time you interact, talk, curse them out is a win for them, and it drains you. Don't do it. Been there, done that for years. All right. All right. Act in wisdom. Access the knowledge and experience within you. Wisdom comes from reflection and learning from the past. Learn. Move forward to this earth angel. That's a beautiful gift. You're a gift to one another. That's there for you. The lover is offering something real. The Ace of Pentacles. Things were made clear. With the sun, it's out in the open. They will not be tricked or fooled again. They're going to build 10 of Pentacles legacy energy with somebody else in collaboration with them. All right. They are protected spiritually. You know, so you're protected. But just because you're protected doesn't mean, as this card says, be foolish. Your spiritual team is telling you, don't be foolish. Be wise. Yes, we are here to protect you. All right, but it doesn't mean we can make every decision for you. It doesn't mean go out and be silly. Okay. All right. I've got nothing else to add to that. Okay. All right. And I know I said I was done, but I had to come back on here because I know, because sometimes even while I'm talking, I kind of get lost in my train of thought, especially since I go off on stories here. I'm sorry. So when I was talking about the twin flames, being karmic, I forgot to mention that when one kind of chooses not to ascend, and sometimes even the main goal is, spirit knows the other party is never going to ascend. All right. As in, you got the earth angel card rooted in rising. So it was was already assumed that this situation was built to allow you to ascend by what you learn from it, and that energy will not. That is just there. You were like their ace of pentacles. You were their opportunity to ascend by what you would show them, and they would have a choice to make. All right. If they chose not to, and they chose to do you dirty based on the cards, they chose not to. Spirit then gives you and introduces you to somebody else, usually a soulmate connection, okay? A soulmate bond. Like, okay, you've passed the test. That's the gift. This was not the end, all right? We'll take you beautiful earth angel, and we'll pair you with another beautiful earth angel. You two are ready for one another, all right? And you'll be a beautiful gift to one another, and we'll put you together. Okay. As always, stay rooted, stay rising, and aligned with all the divine gifts ahead.